Hello, it's Daryl. I'm going to talk about AI generated music and my first dabblings into it, how it made me feel about it and my thoughts on it, um, where I'm at with it at the moment. I don't normally do AI generated music. I've always recorded my own, arranged, written, done everything myself. So out of curiosity, I thought I'll see what this offers. Um, so I clicked on a Facebook ad. That's where it started. This was sometime last week. I noticed I could upload lyrics into it, so I wrote something out very quickly, uploaded that, and then it spat a song out where they changed the words, probably because they were crappy, and then put in their music, and I wasn't that keen on it, but it piqued my interest enough that I went onto some other sites to see what else they could do. And after an hour or so, there was one song I really liked, one version of the same words, and I absolutely loved it. Actually, everything about it was just really, really good. So I kept that. Then I played it to Estrelle. She also really liked it. So I kept uploading those words into different sites and had more versions coming out, and that was the only one that we really liked. I think from there, that's when my conflict started to kick in, because I wanted to upload that particular song up into the sites that I have where I've got all my other music, but I wasn't too sure because it's recorded music. It's all these copyright issues that are going on with it, so I wasn't too sure what I could or could not do. So I thought I'll start with APRA. Sorry, not APRA. AMRAP. That's the the Australian Music Radio Airplay Project, and that's where the community radios sort of grab their music from. So I've had a few songs sort of played on radio through that, which is really good. But anyway, I was talking to the guy from AMRAP whether I could use that song, that AI generated song, and upload it to my site on AMRAP, and he said no, you can't do that. I also read that in their policies, where if you change the music or do something with the music, it's okay, but I didn't quite fully understand just what you could or could not do. It wasn't that clear to me. So I said to him, can I alter or do my own version of that song with all my own playing on the song? So I just duplicate everything, kind of like just a cover song almost. And he goes, yep, you can do that. And then I'll replace the singing, and Estrella and I will do the singing. So it won't be the same quality as the AI generated one, but I don't care about that. I'm only interested in what I can and cannot do, or having the rights to be able to do what I want to do with the song. So anyway, I've started that process of working on the tracks, just reproducing the tracks. But, there's something... I ended up doing another song as well. I did it twice. This was yesterday. I wrote another one, and also found, there was a song that came out and it was just absolutely great. Just really, really good. But there's something missing in this process. Like something really wrong with this process. I won't say wrong because that's probably not the right word, but it was wrong for me. And it was kind of very conflicting. It's becoming very conflicting for me, because there's something, there's that element of when you write something and then the next stage is picking up a guitar and plugging out some chords or something to add to those lyrics. And that part was missing. at the moment I'm recording some old songs starting from 1988, a song called Raining Again. And that song has a story that starts all the way back then, and it journeys through people. You know, that song has a person attached to it at different times. You know, be it the original songwriter, then flows on to myself, and it flows on to the different people that have been involved in that song. And up through today, where I'm redoing it again, and now it's me and Lee that's just working on it and doing stuff with it. And that part's missing. That part's not in these songs. These two songs don't have that. They don't have any story attached to it apart from me writing it and then pushing a button to pull the music out for it, which is okay. I'm not against that. I just liked the fact that, you know, when you arrange something or write something from scratch, every part of you, every internal part of you goes into it. You know, all your internal thoughts and feelings go into those words. You're searching to try and find that pivotal moment in what you're trying to say, you know, trying to find how to write something so that it brings that story out, or how to do the music, find that music so that it brings those words out even further. It was interesting when we were going through many versions of the same words through different AI, each one of the different types of music become like a separation of the words in music, if that makes any sense. There was no nothing complemented each other. There was only the one song that complemented the words with the music. And that's the ones we kept. Maybe for other people, different versions might be different or feel different. And that's what was missing with this song for me, is that journey. You know, that song itself might have taken me weeks, months, or years to reach where it is. But that's the human element that's gone. And what happens during that journey is you have detours where you go left and right, up and down, and all that sort of thing, and that part is removed, so you don't have that as part of your memory of that song. And that's what I felt was missing. You know, no different to when you're collaborating with somebody. You know, you'll have those ebbs and flows and back and forwards, and they'll add something, you add something, they add something, you add something, and it kind of just keeps moving upwards and forwards. And yeah, and like I said, that's pretty conflicting for me. I feel very conflicted by that. So I don't want to bag it. It's a great tool. Like, it's a really good tool. Like, within 5 minutes, I now got 2 songs where I can then sort of work on them. But again, it's just the fact that it's missing that journey. There's no journey there. There's nothing personal in there, and that's what kind of bothers me a little bit. These songs don't feel like they're part of my old ones, you know. They're not a part of it. They're not part of that group, and that's kind of weird in a way. Like, I got this other song. We did a bit of an experiment. It was something I wanted to trial out, and that was to upload the words to songs that I've already got and to see what type of music versions they would spit out. So there's one in particular I was interested in called Something Tells Me You Are the One. 2 reasons. I got rap in there when I'm doing some rapping, and it's quite lengthy. And I noticed that in their version that they would start rapping in exactly the same spot for no reason. I mean, they're just words. There's nothing to indicate that that's a rap. But they start rapping, and they pretty much do it almost not identical, but very, very similar to the way that I do it. And mine's sort of tight. There's not much gap between one line to the next line. It's kind of like all the way through, and then you have a little spot where you can catch a breath, and then you keep going in another little spot. But with theirs, they would do the first line, there's a break, second line break, third line break. So it's kind of more standardized. And also with the chorus, I would sing it, something tells me that you... So instead of saying you, I go, something tells me that you chew, almost like chew. And they did it the same, which I found really interesting because I wrote it as you, and I've noticed so far if you write something in the lyrics, that's how they pronounce it. So I misspelt a word. What was it? Anticipate? I think it was anticipate or something, but I misspelt it and they pronounced it the way I spelt it. So, but I just found with this particular time they must have just got hold of my song along with the words that I put into the program and just copied the way that I'd done it. So I found that rather interesting. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'll be doing any more of these again. I'm not really sure. So I'm kind of... I feel a little chained and bound by it, and I feel like there's a bit of a wall that blocks me from moving forward with these types of songs. So I just know the time and effort that people put into writing music, and it's to have it sort of just churned out like it's nothing, just doesn't sort of sit with me too well. But anyway, I'll probably leave it at that, and then I might, if there's anything else to add to this later on, I might do up another follow-up, or do a follow-up video and see what else there is to add to it. But yeah, at this stage, I said I'm in conflict over it. So, and those 2 songs do sit separate from my batch that I've done up to this point. So we'll see what happens after this. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe and all that sort of jazz. Love to hear from you. Okay, bye.